first of all, well, thank you and congratulations for investing a little of time into yourself. This is an investment. Hopefully, you're going to be looking at your practice in a different way than you maybe have in the past. The reason why I am doing this series is a lot of attention right now is being put on place by people developing their practices from a point of lack and limitation. We don't have enough insurance. We don't have enough, new patients. We don't have enough this. We don't have enough that, and we tend to live in this frame of lack and limitation. And what I want to let you know is, first of all, if you got through that first video, I apologize for that. But at the same time, I don't apologize because I wanted you to kind of see my history. When I developed, my first clinics and on through, I struggled for 3 years. I was in a time where we didn't have insurance when I first started practicing. And we had to learn the old-fashioned way, how to go out and get new patients and convert them and keep them under care for cash, which took an element that I have continued my entire career with. I personally believe that a lot of people that have graduated in the last few years have come out of school with expectancy just to bill insurance for everything and to get on some list and patients will come by. I also think a lot of people just expect people to come in and understand what chiropractic is, and they don't. And I think we have a lot of misunderstandings ourselves as far as what the public really knows about chiropractic and how they relate with it. And therefore, how do you do a business to a community that doesn't understand what you do? And that's the challenge. So these next 30 or 40 or 31, I think it is, videos are going to go through all this different things that you should be having in place. And hopefully you've heard it all before. That would be awesome. My next question is, if you've heard it, are you using it? These are basic tenets that are the foundation of how I built 13 clinics. And it's the basic tenets of how I also had such awesome transformation from patient pain care, we'll call it, into chiropractic family wellness care. We had a high conversion from patients coming in off the street into taking care, and 90-something% of those people that came to our office became patients. And out of that 90-something%, 71 actually made it for a year. So they went into a corrective care program. Our practices were built on referral, some promotion, some advertising, but primarily my practices were built from the things I'll be teaching you. So what to expect over the next few visits? You should be getting a video about every 3 to 4 days, and it's going to take you from A to Z, through the practice. And hopefully this is what is going to help you do what I think everybody wants to do, which is to create that dream practice. Prepare to launch the practice you once dreamed about. What were your dreams? What was the thought process you had, when you were in school or when you first started practicing? How did you see your life in the future? And my one question to you is this: is your life now the one you once dreamed about? And if it's not, understand this: it's because you haven't taken action towards it. You might think you have, but quite honestly, I always say, if you wonder what you're thinking, look at your life. If your life right now is not one of what you once dreamed about, then you're not putting enough attention towards it. And what I want you to know is you can have. I can remember the day where I'm laying across my desk crying real tears because I was so upset. I came out of school, just prepared to change the world. I was introduced to chiropractic from a pretty, a very, very principled chiropractor. And I changed my life. I left the financial industry, which I was making good money, to become a chiropractor. But I never became a chiropractor to make money. I became a chiropractor really to get this message out, to so to speak, change the world, which is our altruistic ideas. But I had that idea. That's what I wanted. I wanted to really see. My first goal was to get the public to understand vitalism versus mechanism. And that was my goal. And that's kind of how I started my mission, ending up having so many clinics. I just thought that, to get bigger and bigger and spread the word stronger was the way to do it. And I've now decided, personally, the way to do it for me is to spread the message through the chiropractors around the world that are struggling or that are just plateaued or confused or lost. I mean, hopefully, I've worked with people that have $1 million plus practices, and they had challenges. They were having some blockages. I've had some people brand new in practice that can't get started. I've had people that are plateaued, at 50 a week, 100 a week, 150 a week, 200 a week, and they feel stuck. So it doesn't really matter where you are. It's all just timing. But hopefully we can challenge you here to look at your practice and see if you're doing a lot of things that will promote that practice to become the one you once dreamed about. So the questions I want you to think about right now is, what do I want to accomplish in my career? Have you written that down? Exactly what it is that you want to accomplish in your career. What is your philosophy of chiropractic practice? And that's a big term. Not your chiropractic philosophy, but your philosophy of practice. In your mind, what should it be? Should it be a pain relief center? Should it be a wellness center? I mean, these ideas are very important. You need to get clear on what your philosophy is. No matter what your friends say or what the seminars you went to say, whatever seems to be the latest trend in practice, what do you want? You became a chiropractor to make yourself happy. You didn't become a chiropractor to make some chiropractic guru happy and do exactly what they did. What is your career philosophy? And then what are you going to focus on? An insurance practice, rehabilitation, correction, or well care? An insurance practice, that made it kind of easy, but it made us lazy. And a lot of people get the idea that I'm cash only. I take insurance. I always have, but I take insurance just like you take a coupon to the grocery store to buy milk. You get 97 cents off. I've always looked at insurance as a coupon. I do not make recommendations based on what insurance covers. I do not make my recommendations based on how many visits an insurance policy allows. I make my recommendations based on, to rehabilitate that patient from where they are, to get them out of pain. And I look at pain basically as just inflammation and irritation caused by a greater problem. We then correct what's causing the pain, and finally we put them into well care to allow them to maintain a healthy life. If insurance covers or not, quite honestly, I don't care, because my job is to get the patient to understand what is different, what is the reason why they need care, and why chiropractic is the answer versus any other thing. And lastly, what is your business? Have you ever thought about that? What is your business? Is it to promote an idea? Is it to deliver a service that's needed and wanted? Just think about it for a moment. You're going out into the world. You open up a chiropractic practice. Ask yourself, as people drive by and they see the word chiropractic, what do they think goes on inside? When they walk through the door, they'll tell you what they want. Is your job to give them what they want? Is your job to lead them to a new understanding? Have you even thought about it? Because it's crazy, but most people I talk to in the chiropractic world, they tell me they have a hard time getting enough new patients. Sometimes they have a hard time keeping them past the pain. Sometimes they have a hard time getting people to pay. And if that was true, because by the way, that might be what you're experiencing, but you're experiencing life based on what you're putting into it. If that was true, it would be crazy. Why would anybody go to college all those years, spend all that money in school, all that time, go through organic chemistry tests and everything else to enter into a world that no one understands what you're doing, no one wants to pay for it, and no one wants to go through the care anyway? Because based on the way a lot of people are responding, that's what would have to be true. And it's not. The people are looking for changes in their health. The people want more vitality in their life. They really want the benefits of chiropractic. The challenge out there is the public doesn't know we have it. So, Think about what I talked about today and do some real homework. Write some things down. Set your goals and really get clear on what your philosophy of practice is and what your business is. And I'll see you on the next time.